Hello. It's been 200 days since we first learned about the pandemic and the COVID-19. Hello, I'm Steve Pulaski, and welcome to the Aop Report. 200 days, and what have we learned? Well, we've learned a lot of things. One, we learned we wasn't prepared. So I think we learned a lesson on that. I know at Arkansas Office Products we did. We learned a lesson on that we are prepared for the next round of flu season, of next round of COVID-19, whatever we want to call it. We are prepared. We have plenty of hand sanitizer. We have plenty of disinfectant. We have plenty of sanitizing, cleaning. We have plenty of wipes. We have plenty of paper towels, toilet paper. Everything that caught us off guard, we now have in stock and plenty to get us through what we hope will be the last of the COVID-19 pandemic quarter. But saying that, we are prepared, and we've learned our lesson from here on out that we will always be prepared for at least flu season. And so I think that we've all kind of learned a lesson on that. We've seen a lot of barriers go up that are not going to come down, and that's going to protect the employee during flu season. Even if it's in the middle of summer and somebody gets a cold, that's going to protect them as well. So we have learned a valuable lesson, and I think we have made note of it. Who would have thought that, we got to walk around with masks, and they are becoming an everyday item now, and until the end of the pandemic, that we're putting even logos on them. Here's one with our logo on it. It's amazing what it takes to develop something, and a lot of good things are developed when there's a big need. Okay. But sometimes it takes a pandemic for us to open up our eyes to make sure that we are safe and prepared for anything that might happen in the future. I think we didn't learn from the past. We had a pandemic in '68. Apparently we didn't learn from that. We had one, in the early 1900s. And so, but I think we've learned from this one. And I know that as a provider of PPE, we are going to make sure we're not caught off guard again. To best of our ability, we also, we're at the mercy of the factories and the wholesalers. At the same time, we can, not stock something thinking that we're never going to sell it, when we know that we're going to start selling this stuff, in the future flu season. So I think hand sanitizer is here to stay. I think washing your hands are here to stay. And, as hard as it is to believe that, there's people now that get up every hour from their desk to go wash their hands, and all they've touched is their keyboard. But that's just the way that it is. And so, those changes have to be made, and we're willing to make them. We're willing to stock it for you, and to make sure that, you can rely on your budget. At the same time, you can rely on us to make sure that when this happens again, we got you taken care of. So, but it's hard to believe it's been 200 days, and that's 6 months. And here we are, we're not any closer to ending this thing than we were 200 days ago. So we look forward to the day that it ends, but at the same time, we are here to take care of you. We have everything now in place except for gloves. I'm not a big fan of gloves, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because gloves, if you use them correctly, you're gonna make me a rich man, because every time you touch something, you have to take them off, throw them away, and put on another pair. But we can't afford to do that, and we know that. Okay, so if you are a glove proponent, I would suggest that you get a good pair of gloves, not these, $10, $12 box of 100 gloves, but a good pair of gloves where when you do touch something and you need to go touch something else, you can put some hand sanitizer on it, rub it in, and kill those germs before you go touch something else. Okay. And if you have any questions on what's a good glove that would be able to handle that sanitizer over and over, give me a holler at 501-983-4151, and I'll be glad to show you some samples of gloves that we use around here. And so when we go from the back to the front, or even from keyboard to the phone, we hand sanitize and then make sure that the gloves are clean before we touch something else. Because we're like everybody else. We couldn't afford to throw away the glove after touching the keyboard that somebody calls. We got to answer the phone. We got to get a new pair of gloves on. So we're not a big component of gloves for that reason. I know the medical field has to have them, and I'm okay with that. But they do. They throw away a lot of gloves and use them correctly. But for us in the business world, it's kind of hard for us to do that and be able to provide that many gloves for our employees. So keep that in mind if you really want gloves. Of course, they're still hard to get. Gloves are one of the things that have not come in stock yet. And the biggest reason is the price point that they're trying to come in the country with. And they're not coming from China. They're coming from Vietnam. Okay. But they're coming in at $10 my cost, which means I got to turn around and sell them to you for 15. 6 months ago, I could sell them to you for $4. So that's probably the biggest reason why gloves aren't in stock everywhere yet. That and of course, the reason that I talked about before. But other than that, we have everything in stock ready for the next wave. We hope that you have enough to get you through a little bit, but rely on us to make sure. And if you have any doubts, you can call and say, hey, how many disinfectant wipes do you have? I got 4,000 canisters. Okay. They're not going to expire. They're not going to go bad. They haven't been opened. They're in stock. They're in a climate controlled warehouse. So they're going to be good. Disinfectant spray. Okay. It took us a while to get it. We now have plenty of that. Okay. I probably have 2,000 cans of disinfectant spray where a month ago I couldn't get it. So it's starting to roll in a little bit. Okay. We've got, who would have thought that toilet paper was a pandemic item? Okay. I think a little bit of the country got scared when they started shutting down the country. It's like, well, if I got to stay home, I got to make sure I got food, got to make sure I got toilet paper. So they went and bought all that stuff, causing the shelves to be empty at the same time, made it a shortage. It wasn't that the factories were short or the wholesalers were short sometimes. It was just that, when we're used to getting a pallet of toilet paper every 3 or 4 months, and all of a sudden everybody in the state wants toilet paper and wipes us out all at one time. And then we got to wait that other 3 or 4 months to get our allotment of toilet paper. So some of that was because everybody at one time bought things. Whether you go to Walmart and you buy food, but if everybody goes and buys food at the same time, then they're going to have a shortage and the shelves are going to be empty. They only get trucks, every day or every other day, and it takes a while to replenish that. So keep in mind buying patterns. If a company like me sells a pallet of toilet paper every month, I'm not going to get a pallet in every week. I'm going to get one a month. And as I run out, then that other one comes in. But all of a sudden, that first of the month, we got a run on toilet paper or paper towels or whatever it is, and we're not used to ordering it until the next month. We're going to be out for a little bit. So that's kind of what happened. Kind of caught us off guard on some of the items that were COVID items. So we've got that taken care of. We got plenty of toilet paper, plenty of paper towels, plenty of stuff to clean with, plenty of stuff to disinfect the air. And we got plenty of masks. They may not be as fancy as this one, but they're masks and they'll protect you, protect the other person in case you do have it. And that's the thing about the mask. Everybody thinks it's going to protect the person wearing it. No, it protects the other person in case you have COVID or in case you have the flu or if you have a cold and you're talking, it protects the other person. And as human beings, that's more of our concern, I think, than anything is is we want to protect mankind and we want to protect our others, and you know, and not so much maybe ourselves. And at least that's the way I feel. You know, I'm wearing a mask not to protect me. I'm wearing a mask to protect everybody else that I come in contact with. You know, I try to stay 6 feet away from everybody, and it drives me crazy. You know, we're from the South. We believe in shaking hands and hugging and doing all that stuff, no matter if we've never met you before. And it drives us crazy that we can't do that. But we also know that for safety of others, we have to stay 6 feet apart. We can't shake hands. You know, we can elbow pump or fist pump and then go wash our hands and use hand sanitizer and stuff like that. So, but to make this a short AOP report, I just want everybody to know that we're hopefully on the down end of this pandemic, but after day 200, you know, the only thing I can say is we're prepared to continue, and as this pandemic continues, and until we get that vaccine and everybody gets where we can say that it's over, we are going to take care of you. We're going to have all the items that you need. So give us a holler if you need anything. 501-983-4151. You can come down and at our showroom floor at 2001 General Samuels Road in Jacksonville. And remember, because of the pandemic, we've changed the way we've done business, just like most of you have. Okay, we now deliver to homes. Okay, so if your employee is working from home, we would deliver that to them. Okay, and what we'll do is we will call them and tell them we're on the way. We will take it to the front porch or the carport, wherever they want us to put it, and then we leave it there, and we get back in our van and wait until they answer the door and pick up the package, and then we drive off and we send the invoice to the home office. As far as individual sales, we are a retail store, even though, you know, most of our business is commercial. We will sell to the individuals. We will sell toilet paper by the roll. We'll sell paper towels by the roll. We'll sell disinfectant by the eaches and not the cases. So whatever you need to be safe and take care of your loved ones, you know, we're willing to sell that to you, at you know, and not have to make you buy a whole case or anything like that. So keep that in mind, and remember to wash your hands, use social distancing, and we'll catch you on the next AOP report. Everybody have a great week.